silently down through the centuries, living many secret lives, struggling to reach the time of the gathering, when the few who remain will battle to the last. No one has ever known we were among you, until now.
In 1986, a fantasy action-adventure movie was released that featured lots of sword fights, lots of, at the time, great special effects, and also had a French actor playing a Scotsman, and a Scotsman playing a Spaniard with a Scottish accent, which was an odd casting choice for sure. This film was not particularly successful at the box office, but it did prove popular on home video, and in my opinion is one of the better movies of the 80s and one of my all-time favourite films. With the fantasy setting of the movie, it was bound to appear on home micros, and the kings of movie tie-ins, Ocean Software, had snapped up the rights to produce a game for the home micros of the day, and I did not hesitate to snap up a copy, which was a massive mistake. As the game is centred around an apparent Scottish bloke, and set in Scotland for about half of the movie, I feel safe in abandoning my phone voice and adopting a more natural sounding me. So please be ready to ask yourself, what did he just say? I didn't get that. Firstly, this game is pish, and I do mean pish. A game featuring blokes who stone up for a square go against each other. Chopping the other's head off should have been a recipe for success, but it wasn't. It was just pish. The game is toty. There are only 3 opponents to fight, and the controls are just pure gash. Each move is pulled off by pure luck, or just some kind of random fortune. You go in for the fight and you give it pure loudie, but you never know if you're battering the guy or no, and it just goes on like that until the end. The graphics are absolute mints and all. Poor detail, crappy animation throughout that just wants to give you the bulk, man, and with just the dullest of backgrounds, it just screams laziness. It's a total shocker, man. The sounds are, well, where are they? There isn't a whole lot going on to hear, man. And the tunes? There's none of them either. Although this opening tune on the game title page is a rendition of a Queen soundtrack used in the film, and it sounds alright. It's no pure deed brilliant or now, but it's no pure boz either. The playability is crap. Pure and utter crap, and so boring. I've had more fun sitting in the pan, squeezing out a big jobby, than if I'd played this turd. How Ocean allowed this pile of crap to get released is beyond me, man, but they deserve the right doing for this one. With only 3 opponents to batter, the game is teeny, and certainly no worth the £8 that it cost most folk. But Ocean must have thought that most folk were buttoned up the back if they were going to sell it for that price. Thank God I got it for the barras for £1. That's all I can say. The real disappointment was the fact the film was excellent and should have meant that a half decent game could have been made about it. But no. This is a snooze fest of a game and lacks any kind of real action. In fact, I've seen better fights outside the square rig in Govan on a Friday afternoon. This game was panned by the magazines for the pile of cake that it is, and rightly so. It's got to go down as possibly the worst game ever to appear on a Commodore 64 and should be avoided like clatty pats on a Saturday night. If you like this video, then please do give me a sub and a thumbs up, or maybe even a comment or two below about your memories of Highlander, the video game. That's all for me, folks. Ta-ta for now.